So as you can see right behind me, it's why it's so nearly impossible to find these giant, colossal lost cities in the middle of the Maya jungles. Off in the distance over there is one of the biggest Maya pyramids ever built, and you can only see the very top structure of it. When you're flying over in a plane and you're looking down, these look like giant hills or small mountains. Right now we're in the second largest rainforest in the entire world, the northern Peten, but on the Mexican side of it, second only to the Amazon. Even walking around this archaeological site, the pyramid that we're standing on, we couldn't even see it when we were more than 100 yards away. It's completely covered up by the jungle foliage. Almost impossible to find these sites. You need airplanes, LiDAR. Going around solely on foot isn't going to cut it. It wasn't until the 1980s that archaeologists actually were able to determine that this city was the great Calakmul itself, the starter, the catalyst of all of the wars of the Peten and the Maya world. One of the greatest mighty kingdoms of all of the Maya world right here. And the jungle has eaten away at it and eroded all of the stela, or all of the stelae that are around the city. Its history was almost completely destroyed by the rainforest. One of the reasons that the Maya built pyramids this colossal was, one, to escape the hot weather, humidity, and the mosquitoes that plague the jungles of Central America and Mexico. Secondly, was also very likely in these flat lowland regions, very likely for defense. I mean, in the evenings, you'd be able to see smoke pluming out from the jungle if you had approaching tribes or strange tribes coming to attack you. It was also to study astronomy. I mean, these are some of the biggest skies that you're going to be seeing anywhere in the world. You would be able to see stars as soon as they come over the horizon. That's why all of these cities are astronomically aligned to certain astronomical bodies. There's one other thing I want to show you. The oldest Maya city found, known as El Mirador, they think may be the Fertile Crescent of the Maya world, and it can actually be seen from the Great Pyramid at Calakmul, right up here. Now it's tough to see, but I'll show you where you can see it. So right this way, peering south into the deeper Peten rainforest, you can barely see the ancient Maya city of El Mirador. Dates back to around and just before 200 BC. Estimated or thought to be the Fertile Crescent of the Maya world. A colossal city with giant pyramids, much bigger here than at Calakmul. And you can barely see it peering over the horizon here. And in between here and there, it's about 43 kilometers out. There's an innumerable amount of cities. Between here and El Mirador, which is south just barely to the west, and all west to east, there's an unknown amount of cities. It's an uncharted jungle that has never fully been explored. There has been no aerial surveys, no LiDAR surveys of this area. And just between Tikal and El Mirador in a straight line, they found upwards of 5 to 6 cities alone. That's in a straight line, not charting east or west. You can only imagine what lies in the jungles far south of Calakmul. One of the reasons it's so hard, another reason it's so hard to find these giant Maya cities deep in the jungles of the Peten is because the rainforest claims back everything that man has built. Look how high up we are on this pyramid. And there's a colossal, I think that this is a ceiba tree growing into the pyramid. At one point in time before this site began excavation, this entire pyramid, the exterior, for the most part, would have looked a lot like this. Incredibly dense jungle. A pyramid this size, the sides that aren't excavated, you can't see it until you've reached its base. and you're standing at the foot of the pyramid. Imagine ascending off through the Peten jungle out here, trying to find a lost city of some kind. It'd be next to impossible. It makes me imagine the type of stone structures that we could see in the center of the Amazon when you're moving in from the west and into the central of the Amazon, where you hit stone, where it goes from clay bedrock to stone bedrock. There was certainly ancient stone cities, perhaps similar to this, that Francisco de Orellana certainly saw and that he documented when he was going down the Amazon River and its tributaries. So there's one more thing I want to show you on these giant pyramids here at Calakmul. If you look over there, you can see the one that we were just on. I think we can get a bit better of a view of the ancient city of El Mirador from the top of this pyramid. So if we stand here and we look off just to the southwest, we might be able, from here, we might be seeing just a glimpse of El Mirador, one of the most mysterious, certainly the most significant ancient city of the pre-classic era, reaching its height around 200 BC, maybe just a bit before that. It's amazing how completely remote this jungle is, but yet at the same time, all around us, just beneath the canopy. It's very likely that there are thousands more temples just beyond what's known. Over the last couple days, in the last few episodes, we've been at sites that have, like Peten, have just a few hundred structures. I believe Peten is estimated to be about 400 structures in total, whereas Calakmul has an estimated 6,000 structures that have been detected on LiDAR, and that's just what they know of. That's just within this small range, where you see these first horizons off in the distance. But beyond that, there's undoubtedly more cities. It's just a pinhole all throughout this area with almost no room left for more pins to be added. You could walk in a straight line, and by the time you reach the end of the jungle, you would have certainly hit 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 structures in total. At least you would see a city of some kind. It's estimated that only 1% of Mesoamerica has been studied properly. And it's estimated that around 60% of Mesoamerica hasn't even been named or charted yet. And it's interesting that people say that the age of exploration has ended. But as I stand here in the middle of the Peten, the northern Peten, I don't even think exploration in this area has really begun yet. There's so much more left to see. It's been estimated that it might take 300 more years to fully understand just the sites that have been located. Imagine everything else that's out there in the jungle. So I think we spent enough time up on the top of these colossal pyramids here at Calakmul. We're gonna head down and I'm gonna show you just how many ancient structures lie buried beneath the sediment, beneath the canopy of the Peten rainforest. So a lot of times, if you go down into the outskirts of archaeological sites and you look and see what more primitive sites look like, it looks like stairways just appear out of the side of a hill, or that they fade into the side of a hill. Look at how much, if you show right here, I mean, how would you even know that this was an archaeological site walking by and it only looks like this? Now, it's not the case for every single site, but it's certainly the case for many sites. Also, look at this right here. When a lot of people say that the Maya didn't move megaliths, in some cases I beg to differ. That is a huge, huge stone. Here's another huge cornerstone down here. And in the back, it seems to be very rare, but the Maya certainly did move megaliths. And it's only at places like here at Calakmul that, as we do more and more excavations that go back further and further into time, we're going to see what so many archaeologists have been saying, that the Maya moved their biggest stones at the very beginning of their civilization. Let's keep going. So last thing I want to show you guys is even here at Calakmul, with the estimated 6,000 structures at this ancient city, the vast majority of them are completely unexcavated. Look at this temple right here. As you can see, countless amount of trees and vines are growing into the pyramid, ripping the blocks apart from each other. Huge tree over there, pretty big tree here. This probably goes, I don't know, what do you think, 30 meters that way? And it's maybe 10 meters tall.
Yeah.
Much bigger than a house mound. Could have been a, this could be the corner of a plaza of some kind. Let's find out. Because if we get up to this top and we see more pyramidal structures on the other side, that means this is a corner of a plaza. Watch out for snakes. And we're doing this all without snake boots, which is probably dumb, but that's part of it, I guess. But about as I thought. If you kind of pan the camera around a little bit, come step over here. Pan the camera around. There's no way, if this is a plaza, which I think it is, if this goes flat and it flattens out here, it's either a three-sided plaza or a four-sided plaza. So very likely, as this goes straight, there might be another pyramidal structure or a platform going this way, another one coming that's parallel with this, or potentially another one right there. Let's go down a little bit further and see if we can tell. Watch out for snakes. Over here. I'm going to throw up on the map how insanely far into the jungle we are right now. I mean, Eli, you can tell them it's not possible to see other structures that are right next to us. The only structure that we can see is the structure that we're standing on. So we're standing on what I think is very likely the flat part of a Maya plaza. But as I look around, I mean, the old phrase that it's not possible to see a pyramid that's more than 15 feet or 15 meters in front of you is so true, because the only pyramidal structure I can see is the one that we're standing on right now. But I think very likely there could be 2 or 3 others cornering this one, potentially one parallel. But this is why in these jungles it's almost impossible to find a lost city. You need a lead of some kind, maybe somebody who knows something somewhere off in the distance. But just heading off into the jungle straight without a clue of any kind, without identifying a major water source. There are reservoirs around Calakmul, so if we were to look in satellite imagery of, aerial viewing around the jungles of the Peten or the Lacandone jungle, which I want to do eventually, like I know about the Laguna Lacanha or Laguna Lacandone near Bonampak. That would be a great place to start, and then you start looking on the peripherals of that body of water. But just heading straight off into the jungle, it's going to be tremendously hard, because I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's a structure right there, but if you pan off, I mean, I can't see anything at all. But I'm Luke Caverns. If you guys like videos like this, seeing the nitty-gritty view of the world of exploration, well then please like and follow for more, because I do have some really hardcore traditional expeditions planned for 2024 and 2025, where I'll have big chaps on my legs, just marching through the jungles, and we're definitely going to map a ton of sites. So thank you guys so much for your support. All I really need you to do to support my channel is just like and subscribe for more, share these videos with anybody who might be interested. I'm Luke Caverns, and we'll catch you next time.